Hi coloring friends, welcome back to my channel. Today it's a time of the month when all the completed pages, videos pop up, and my favorite time of the month to watch YouTube basically. And now it's time to film my own one. So I got not as much colored as I thought I could, but it's always the same. Here you can see some of the books that I've worked in. I completed 9 pages in the last 2 months. And I will get started with my whips. And I think that I will just get started with my PDF whips. I work a lot in books. Don't worry if you're new here. I love my books. But I also enjoy to work on PDF pages from time to time. And I don't often finish them. So let's get started with the PDF whips. I put timestamps. You can jump ahead if you're not interested in unfinished pages. So this one is by Destiny Lauritsen, and I had started it last year. I have actually a video on how to do this autumnal background here. If you're interested, I will link it up in the corner, just in case. And this is how far I got. So I continued it. I call it in the fairy herself. She's not quite finished because I want to add some sparkly stuff here on her wings. And then I actually just need to finish up those leaves here. Put some glitter, some stickles and stuff, and then this page is finished. But unfortunately, I couldn't manage to do it still in October. I hope I get it done in November, basically. So this was my first whip. Oh yes, and then I enjoyed it a lot to work in Mystic Art Mirror's new book. I actually was a little bit upset because she had many pages from last year included in this book, which I already got and paid for. But what should I say? I love her Halloween pages, so I had to have it. And on this one here, I just started the background. And I did it, like I often do with my gel crayons. And then I went over with Lindy's Magicals. It's some kind of a powder with some watercolor powder, like some colored powder and some mica powder in it. And I just love it for these effects here. Oh, they are popping up. That's good. So then I also started a page by Alana Green Art. I love her stuff. I really love her her portraits, and it's actually a lot to do here on her crown, let's say. I do have the combination for her blonde hair in one of my coloring update videos, the last 2 ones that there were. I also really love the color combination for her dress down here. I think that looks actually really nice. And this I colored actually with the luminance pencils. They have those beautiful antique rose colors, I would say. I love them. They are not so bright, a little bit muted. Really nice. So then I also continued a page from the Mystic Art Mirrors book. So this is a page that I had started last year. I only had done the hair so far. I love the color Mystic Art Mirrors hair. I can't say it often enough because, it is what it is. I love it. And then I just continued to work on the background and on the pumpkin. And so the background, I color it in with Neocolor 2. And for me, it happens that my Neocolor backgrounds often look a little bit streaky. So I went on top of it a little bit with the gel crayons just to smooth it out a little bit, make it a little bit smoother. And it's not perfect, not if I would have done it completely with the gel crayons, but for me, good enough. And the reason why I did it with Neocolor in the first place and not with gel crayons from the beginning is basically when I do the gel crayons, obviously I will color over all those stuff, and sometimes I don't care because it's actually erasable. But here it was just too much stuff, and I didn't want it to, because I had already colored in the green hair here. It was just not possible. So when I do the gel crayons, I just have to start the background first and then color in the rest. And this page was already started. So and then this gigantic pumpkin down here. I did it with a Neocolor 2 as well. I showed you how I do this kind of stuff in one of the coloring update videos. Not this pumpkin, but another one. But yeah, I just love this. I just love to use my Neocolor for big items because it just speeds up the process quite a bit actually. And yeah, I really love how this one is going, and I'm sad that I couldn't finish this one up here actually. So then I also started a page from Christine Karen. This is her new page that she put out recently for October basically on her Etsy. And yeah, I just had to have it and I wanted to get started with it right away. I just did an Inktense base here for now. I will go over with pencils here. So this is really just a base. Inktense can be much brighter if you use just more pigment, more layers. But yeah, they are also perfect for a base. Speeds up the process again. And then on the background again, I used my Neocolor 2. And smoothed it out with the gel crayons. So this worked quite well for me in the last months, I have to say. Actually, I have to say that a lot of the stuff I have colored in October, basically. Yeah, so this was Christine Karen. Can't wait to finish her up. And this is another one from Mystic Art Mirrors, so you can see that I really enjoyed her book. This is one of the new pages. And the hair I have colored with the pit pens, Faber-Castell pit pens. It was so much fun, also quite quick, and I really like the look. It looks really nice. So if you want to know how I do this with the pit pens, it's coming in the next coloring update video. I hope that I will have it ready for next weekend. Not quite sure, but I will do my best. So yeah, that will show you how to do this. I just can say so much fun. I enjoyed it so much, really. A lot of fun. And I used a little bit of extreme glitter here on her hairband and also on the shoes. So you have a lot of light here, so I guess it's popping up. Hopefully the glitter is popping up. Yeah, and that were all the PDF whips. Now I will show you the whips in books. Let's get started with the first book. This is Hexenstugger, also known as the Tales from the Witches' Cottage by Hannah Coulson. This one must be my favorite book of hers, and I wanted to color another page in this book, and I have started one at least. I always flip over it. Here it is, basically. So, and I really wanted to color a Hannah Coulson face this time, and so I have started her. I absolutely love this page here, this image, how she has drawn it, and I'm very curious to continue this one, and I'm very curious how I will manage to do her eyebrows. I think I will somewhat color over with acrylic paint pens or so, because I don't like the lines in it, and also the lips I might try to go over with acrylic paint pens. We will see. And then I'm really looking forward to color those candles and the light and everything. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't manage to continue her, but I like how it is going. I know it always looks a little bit strange when the eyes and the lips and the eyebrows are not colored in, and also when the her neck is not done, because then it just looks like a floating hat. But yeah, we will get there eventually. So I hope. And I dream of continuing her in November. Still time. Okay. I also started a page in Witches, CocoW Witches. You know, this is one of my favorite CocoW books. And I have colored 2 pages so far. And I definitely wanted to make some progress in this book. So at some day I just started to do a marker base, alcohol marker base. Yeah, I just really love to do alcohol marker basing because it's very relaxing. So if I don't want to do something complicated where I want to concentrate or focus a little bit more, then the alcohol marker base is always so relaxing. It's also quite creative because you can define the color scheme. And here you can see that I went for some quite muted tones here. Her hair is already colored in because I really liked my purple hair color, which I will show you on another page. So I did the same colors here because I thought it would suit her. And yeah, I can't wait to continue her basically. She is really such a beautiful witch, so can't wait to continue this one. And then I also started 2 backgrounds in Joshua Dunbar books. This is Halloween Cuties by Joshua Dunbar, and I have started this background here. I absolutely love this background. This is done with the gel crayons. I think it was done with gelato to be a little bit more precise. And yeah, I really just love the yellows, which with the pinks, they even blend a little bit into an orangey color or skin color even. And then those lighter pinks and those darker pinks and the violets. And I love the brown down here as well. So I absolutely love how the background turned out so far. And I basically can't wait to continue this page here. You know, it's always so easy for me when I have like a little bit more free time. In 2 days, I can start like 10 pages, like doing the background or starting anything on them. So that's usually quite easy for me. But then finishing the pages, that is, that is the thing that takes time for me to really go into the details and finish up everything and do the pencil coloring basically. So yeah, I also would love to do this page here still. But yeah, I don't think that I will have the time. Time runs. So, and then I also... Oh, I have 2 more? Or just one? Oh, I have 2 more actually. So, then I have Easy Halloween by Jade Summer. The illustrator was also Joshua Dunbar. And yeah, I started... Where is it? I started a background here. You know, often when I do my backgrounds, I have the stuff out and then I just do a couple of backgrounds. That's how I work. And here you can see that I didn't cover anything up. So I just really colored it and then I just go ahead and erase the stuff. It's not completely white. Some spots are better. Where I have the darker colors, it's a little bit more difficult to erase it, but it's good enough. When I color over with the alcohol markers and with the pencils, it won't show up that I had a little bit of color there from the gel crayons. And these are just the cheaper brand, the Shuttle Art gel crayons. They also have just really stunning colors, a good color variation, and yeah, they just work very nicely. And I absolutely enjoy to do this background here. Now I can't actually wait to color those in because actually I wanted to use some glossy accents on those, wet, on those liquids here, so to speak. I thought that would make a really nice effect and I wanted to go a little bit for effects. You know, in the Halloween time, I really enjoyed so much to use all these special effects like the glitters, the stickles, the glitter glues, the glossy accents, all the good stuff. And yeah, but didn't manage to finish this one, unfortunately. So, and then my last whip. So my last whip is from Witch Season. And oh no, 2 more whips in this book actually. So one is, this is the first one. This page I had started last year. And it's not a whole lot missing here actually, just her face, her hair, the shoes, those stones here, and I want to put a little bit more effort here on the cat's fur, and then the page is done. But somehow I couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't know. I am just not looking forward to do it. I don't know. But it would be so nice to have this one finished finally, because it does look very nice, very colorful, very autumnal. I do like it a lot. And then I also started this page here. I started it in one of my coloring update videos on which I showed you how to color those pumpkins with water-based markers, for example, the Pit Pens, or just the other water-based markers from Ohuhu, for example. So water-based pens, we could say. And then I also did the background with Neocolor 2. This I also filmed for you. So, and I have to say, it was so much fun to do those pumpkins here. I really like the texture of them. And it's so much fun, really, to do these with pens. So really can recommend to do that. Yeah, perfect. So now we will get started with my finished pages, finally. And the first one that I want to show you is from Witches Around by Yusiko. And I did my first page in this book. I love it. And yeah, let me show it to you basically. It is this one here. And yeah, the background I have colored in with alcohol markers. And with backgrounds I actually struggle with the markers because at some point the ink will dry and then you will get streaks. But I think it's not too bad here. It's a little bit visible here on this spot, but overall most of it looks kind of nice, I think. I went a little bit over with pencil to smooth it out a little bit on some spots here, on the lighter spots especially. But overall, I'm actually quite happy with the background. And last year I had actually a video in which I showed you how to color these pumpkins here. I used the same color combination, but tried to vary a limited palette, so to speak, and show you how you can make all these pumpkins look a little bit different, lighter ones, darker ones, adding some green in. So it was a lot of fun. So it was started from last year and I had to finish it. So I enjoyed a lot to work on those witches here, especially here on this scarecrow. It was a lot of fun. I have added a little bit of stickles here in some places. And I always enjoy to put some mica powder or some mica paint here as an outlining on night scenes, because I think that it looks a little bit like moonshine. Yeah, and then, now that I have started this book here, it's my very first Yusiko page. I really want to color more. So now I ask myself, should I color more in, I do have all 3 books of her. And what do you think? Should I get started to color in each of those books 1 page first? Or should I continue to work in this book so that I have actually more pages to flip through? What would you do? Get started in all her books first? Or color more in this book here? Yeah, I will have to make this decision next year. Maybe you're going to help me? Yeah, okay, this was Witches Around Yusiko. So then I also work in Mutated Mouse, a Halloween coloring book. This book was actually chosen by the spinning wheel. In my last plants video, I used the spinning wheel inspired by Shell's coloring journey. And the page that I did was this one. So this was basically the first page that I colored in September, basically. And this one was very quick to do because, as you can see, the background is blacked out. So it was basically only the mouse, which I really enjoy to focus on. And I really like how she came out, and then just the rest. So I think I completely colored this with pencils this time. So hopefully the glare is not too bad, but I also used my shiny sparkly watercolors to do some outlining and special effects here, because this is an effect that I really like, especially when I managed to do the lines very thin, because I think that looks so much better when you have some really fine details. And I did it on her fur here, as you can see, so I really concentrated on the mouse lady here. So yeah, I hope it's showing up for you. I really like how this turned out. And then I colored more from this book because in my coloring update videos I really wanted to show you how I use my Neocolor tools to color in big items, to color them in quickly and have a lot of fun. And yeah, so I started this page here basically, and I activated the color with a alcohol blender pen. I have one here, so you know, these Uhuhu, yeah, alcohol blender pens. And this works really very nicely because I don't have buckling on this page, even though this is Amazon paper and very thin. Also, I don't have bleed through, obviously, just there a little bit. Maybe it gotten too wet or so, I don't know. And yeah, so once the pumpkin was colored in, the page was almost done, as you can see. And yeah, coloring with the Neo Color 2 is obviously a quicker process, but still the colors are very vibrant, and so I really enjoy it. I can recommend it. And then I just colored in the little mouse, little grass, and those autumnal leaves here. And I really have to color more leaves, I feel, especially the autumnal ones, because often I don't know which colors I should give them. This year I really went for brown leaves, and I think this is actually very nice because I think the most leaves that are flying on the floor or on the bottom are usually brown and yellow, and not the vibrant reds and oranges and yellows, which I typically do. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with my leaves here. And so this was Mutated Mouse, a Halloween coloring book. And then I colored a page from Night Magic. This is Selena Fck. Yeah, a gothic and Halloween book, a coloring book. And I had colored one page in this book, and I finally added another page. I wanted to add another page for years now, really, because the first one that I did was basically in 2020, so 4 years ago. 4.5 years actually. And yeah, 4.5 years later, I managed to color a second page in this book. But it made me so happy that I finally could add another page here. And this is also in my coloring update videos. In the last one, I showed you how I did the background with gel crayons and how I added those clouds here. And then in the next one, that is still to come, I'm going to show you how I colored in the rest as well, how I add the glitter glue here. I have it on her hat, on her witch's hat, and on her dress, and I love this glitter glue here. It is Mod Podge actually. It's Mod Podge with gold glitter, and you can see that there's not a lot of shine of the glitter, so it's a matte glue, so to speak. And then really the glitter pops up, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the finished result of this page here. It was a quickie. So yeah, I think I colored many pages that were just quick to do, because here it's a lot of background, and then those bats here are all just plain colored in, just like silhouettes, I think. And then we have a lot of this dress here, which, yeah, is also colored in a little bit more quickly. I did it with alcohol markers and then went over with pencils to smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, her skin and the hair and the cat, of course, but I actually like how the cat turned out. So when it's just a small cat, it's actually quite easy to do the fur texture, because, I do it like I do the raven. I just do a dark base. Yeah, kind of a quite dark gray base. And then I go in with a light gray or a white color to bring in the highlights, and then blend it in with a darker gray or a black. And then it's good enough actually. So for small cats, I actually don't struggle. It's quite okay. Yeah, so this is the Selena Fck page. Very happy that I have a second page now. So the next book that I worked in is Morning Scribbles Halloween by Chris Rainiac. I love this book, and I colored my second page from this book. I can show you quickly. This is the one that I did last year. And this year, oh, there it is. I did this very cute ghost image here. And yeah, this you can also see in my coloring update video. Actually, you can see, I guess, yeah, almost all the pages in my update videos and the recent ones, because yeah, I shared everything there. So I shared how I did the background here basically, and this is a distress ink background, and I've worked with stencils here with a spider web stencil, my favorite stencil to be yeah, precise, and the ghost itself I colored with the Neo Color 2 again. This time I activated it with a normal water brush, but with a water brush with very good water control and a small brush tip. Yeah, with a small brush tip. And actually I also don't have a lot of I don't have any buckling on this. I have a little bit of buckling where I use the distress inks, but not on the ghost, where I've used the water. Yeah, I went a little bit too wet with the ink, it seems, and then I also used a stencil with a stencil paste. And for the stencil paste, I love the Cosmic Shimmer. I love the Cosmic Shimmer Lunar paste, and this black one is the Glacier paste from Nuvo. So the black one is Nuvo Glacier paste, and the kind of mint color is Cosmic Shimmer Lunar paste. And I also did a little bit of a sparkly outline here on the ghost. So yeah, hopefully all the special effects are showing up. I also added a little bit of stickles in his eyes. So as I said already on my Halloween coloring, I really love the sparkly stuff. Especially when I do those more simplified coloring, like this Chris Rainiac book, for example, or Mutated Mouse. I really love it because you can get so creative. First, you can color a little bit more quicker, and then you can get so creative with the backgrounds and with adding all the glittery stuff. And yeah, it's just so much fun. So I enjoyed it a lot. This was a lot of fun, and I would love to do another page from this book. But I don't think that I will have time, because it's 1st November today that I'm filming it, and you will see it on Sunday. So yeah, it's already November, and I will still continue some of my pages because it's too early for the Christmas coloring. But yeah, I don't think that I can start another one. Maybe I will. We will see. So this was Chris Rainiac. I'm very happy. I colored another page from Jasmine Becker Griffith's Halloween coloring book. And I really wanted to color more from Jasmine Becker Griffith this year. So I'm very happy that I basically finished a second page this year from her, because I hadn't colored her for a couple of years actually, for a while, and I wanted to get back to her books. The paper quality is nice. This is the Blue Angel Publishing, and yeah, for this page here I was very much inspired by Zazu and Colors. I'm actually very inspired by her whole channel. I love every time when there is a new video, when I see one pop up, I watch it. And she had a tutorial how to color this page here. The only difference is that she used distress inks, and I went in with my gel crayons. So with the Sheep brand gel crayons. And yeah, I just wanted to try to do the same effect, but with different mediums. And this is what I basically did. So she also used for this fork an oil pastel, and I used my white gelato for it. And then for the outlines, I loved it, at least here on the dress, to use a lighter blue one instead of white, because you can see that the white really pops out, which looks nice, especially when you really want to put the focus on something. But it also looked very nice here. There's a very subtle bluish outline, which I think made her actually even more ghosty. I don't know, what do you think? What is better, the subtle blue one or the white one, which is straight in your face? I don't know. Yeah, but overall, this was a very quick page. I was so in love with quick pages in the last months, I have to admit it. Yeah, here it was like basically, yeah, the background, and then it was almost done. A little bit of blue shading on her, then the outlining, a little bit of stickles here on her dress, the fork with the white gelato, a little bit of stars I have added here with a white acrylic paint pan, with a Posca actually. And that's it. So this was a very quick process, a lot of fun. I have added another page to my Jasmine Becker Griffith book, and I would love to do another one from this book here as well. I have to say, always when I work in my books, I really want to do more in them. So I'm so inspired, when you work on a page, you always flip through your books and then you see more pages that you want to do. At least I do. So this was Jasmine Becker Griffith's Halloween. So then I have worked in Green Witches by CocoW. And this, must be my second favorite CocoW book. This is just also another stunning witches book by CocoW. And in this book I actually managed to color 2 pages. So I will show you the first one. And the first one is basically the nameplate page, or this book belongs to page. And most of the coloring process, I have it filmed, and it's in one of the last coloring update videos. I know I repeat myself. And this was also a very quick process, a lot of fun. So in these coloring update videos, I wanted to show you quicker ways to color. For example, the pumpkin and her shirt is colored with alcohol markers, just a 3-color blend, and then I went over with acrylic paint pen to add or to create this glittery effect. I love my neon colors for glitter effects. Here on the blackish one, I love the silver. These are very good. Then those flowers here were just very quick and easy, a lot of fun. I put a little bit more effort in her face, obviously, because for me this was the focal point of this image here, and what I enjoyed the most to color, basically. And on the hair, even though I have to say the hair I also colored with a 3-color blend of Ohuhu alcohol markers, and it looked very good as it was, the marker blending. But I smoothed it out a little bit with pencil and enjoyed it. Here on the background I did some gel crayons and used very light colors to really blend it out, to fade it out into nothing, and I think that looks quite nice. So I managed to realize my vision on it. And then for the swirly parts here, this pattern, I just used some sparkly watercolors because I really couldn't I really didn't want to do this with pencils. It would have taken me forever, and I really didn't want to spend this time. And as I said, on my Halloween colorings, I really love to add sparkles, so it was just perfect to do this with the watercolors. Still took me a little bit of time, but it was a lot of fun, and I like the look. I used a violet color here and a silvery one, and I absolutely enjoy how this page looks here. So hopefully you also enjoy it. And then I did a second page from this book here, and it is this page here. So on this page I showed you how to do this dress of her, how I color it with a marker base. It's a mid-tone actually. And then I went in with a white pencil to add the highlights, and then just blend in the mid-tone and the shadows. And this way I was able to create quite a good contrast, I think. And I enjoyed it a lot. So then I have used I think I did a marker base on everything, and then I really enjoyed to use my Pablo pencils. So the rest I colored with Pablo pencils, like especially I like those trees here, the color that I did here. It's kind of like a gray color, but I added some other tints in it, and I really like it. I was very much inspired by another artist channel, Emerulio Art or so. Difficult name. And then colored all the pumpkins here. Oh, I'm really happy with the bottle here. So I really enjoyed this a lot, and I really have to do more bottles actually, potion bottles, because it was so much fun. But I was a little bit, not afraid, but hesitant to color it, because always when you are not used to do something, you are always a little bit procrastinating, and I am. But in the end, it was so much fun, and now I really want to color more bottles, and then it will be easier each time. You will get more used to it. And yeah, also the autumn leaves here. I was a little bit hesitant to color those in, but in the end, I really like the look that I came up here with the brown and ochre yellow color here. I also really love this one here, the red green one. And I just need to color them more, you know. Yeah, so very happy with the outcome. For the background, actually, part of it was a black background. And then here was white. And first I wanted to do a colorful background, but it didn't look good. So in the end, I decided to go over with a black acrylic paint pen and just black it out, and also gave a few white dots for a starry night. And yeah, this also put the focus on the image itself, and yeah, like that. A little bit of stickles here on the spider web, also on her dress here a little bit. And yeah, so that's my CocoW Witch. I enjoyed her a lot, and I would love to color so many more pages from this book. This book really has many beautiful pages. I also have a little bit of stickles here on the center part of her dress. Yeah. So, and now I will show you my favorite page. The last page, basically. It is this Mystic Art Mirrors page here. So this is from the new book from Mystic Art Mirrors, the Halloween monster party, cute and creepy monster party, something like that. And yeah, you saw this on the thumbnail. So this is my favorite image of this month or this period. And I enjoyed everything on this page here. So I have this color combination for her ombre hair in the coloring update video. So you can check it out there. I have outlined all the lines with a glitter gel pen, just the Clear Star by Jelly Roll. And then the background I did with gel crayons. Yeah, pretty sure I used gel crayons because it's quite smooth here. I went in with the Lindy's Magicals here on the background as well. You can see the mica powder there, hopefully popping up. Yeah, I really like the color of those bats here. I went in with some stickles here. And yeah, I really enjoyed to color in her dress, basically. So you can see here how I did that. So I'm actually quite happy how this turned out, to be honest. And yeah, I used a lot of stickles here. I think this was from the Art Spirits Mirror Dust. I really love this watercolor. And then I used some stamping here as well. So I wanted to try out if my stamps work. Yeah, are working on top of yeah, something colored, and they do. So I've added those little spiders here, the happy haunting, and those bats here in the background here. And then I gave them some red stickles for the eyes. So yeah. Oh, I have to say this was so much fun to color her in. I also really like how I did her eye makeup. I think that suits her really well. And yeah, I was inspired by the cover page from Mystic Art Mirrors herself. I was inspired by Zazu and Color, and then I did kind of my own thing with it. Yeah, but I knew that I wanted to have her in a violet, white, gray, black color tone. Yeah. Yeah, and this is my last page, and if I have to choose which is my favorite, it is this one here actually. And right after this one, I think it will be the Witches pages from CocoW. Those I really love as well. Let me know what is your favorite page from the ones that I have colored in the last period. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, leave me a comment. I'm always very happy if you do it. And so I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!